Hi everyone, it's Millie here. Welcome to Learning to Live Life on a Budget, or welcome back if you've been here before. I'm still fairly new here. If you saw my previous video, you would see that I talked about changes to my budget, how I budget and everything else. So this is a budget changes video. So shall we get cracking? If you've seen my previous videos, you will have seen that I have had quite a bit of change in the last year with my budget, and it was dropping quite considerably. In my last video, I said that I got a disability benefit from the government, which has now changed when I get paid, how much I get paid. So I now have two main pay days a month. Well, one's per calendar month, one's every 4 weeks, and then I get a weekly pay. And the weekly pay is actually driving me a little bit mad because I don't go and get out to cash stuff it because it's only 20 quid, but then if it's in my bank I spend it, or so I recently, just when I started filming, changed my budget to my paydays, which is the 19th to the 18th of every month, because I was on the one calendar month pay. Before that I was running on a weekly basis, from the 1st of every month to the 30th or 31st. And I think I need to go back to that. So I should have had a calendar here. So let's do it on a drawing. Let me get a piece of paper. Luckily I have a notepad right next to me. So because my new pay, let's move this. Oh, will that stand? Nope. Maybe. Nope. Just go underneath. So I am going to do new budgets shortly because I get paid on Friday this week. I'm filming on Monday, but I will have 1 times brain freeze calendar month pay. And then 1 times, I hope that's clear and you can read that, 1 times 4 weekly. And then 1 times weekly. And that's how my new pay schedule is going to look. So I was running it. This one was from the 19th of every month, unless it fell on a weekend, and then it was on the Friday. But it was the 19th to the 18th. So I changed my pay. I didn't have this. I ignored that. It was in my budget, but it wasn't used in my budget. It was a bit all over the place. I run my budget from the date of this because I thought it would be easier. But now I've got to count this in, and this will be used for cash envelopes and sinking funds. So I need to change it, and I'm thinking of changing it from budget starts on the 1st of every month. Well, actually no, it'll be on the 1st Friday of every month, I think. Just basically like your standard calendar. Don't know. I'm still trying to work it out in my head. But basically, yeah, I'm going to change the way I do my weekly check-ins because I'm going to change the way my calendar runs. I'm still going to have my week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, because it just helps me keep track of how many, weeks I've got to go till payday. I know I get paid on Friday because I'm currently running on a week 4, and so I look to see when I get paid. I'm like, oh, I get paid at the first day of week 1. But yeah, so I'm going to change how I calendar it, which means that my budget will change. So I get paid on the 18th of March. I think it's the 18th. Yes, it is the 18th on my calendar month. And then the 4 weekly one, I'm going to get on the 28th of March. So I'm probably just going to roll that into April's budget. So coming up, you will see I'll do a 2-week end of March. Done this really disorganized. maybe it will show how disorganized my brain is. I'm trying to get it out there and then make myself accountable that I need to get this sorted by Friday when I get paid, so I know where my money's going. So I'll do a 2-week end of March budget, and then I will roll over everything to April. Sorry, I think the camera's really shaking. The stand is shaking. I don't know whether it's showing up for you guys. I hope not. Roll over everything to April. No sinking funds. No sinking funds. And then when I hit April, I know I will probably budget March and budget April straight away, because it's only 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm just sorry. I've got a calendar on the fridge behind me with everything on. So I was just checking the date. There's a 2-week period, so I just run a 2-week basic budget of like food spending, travel, electric, and all of that, and then roll everything over to April. So I'd like to stay in budget for this. That's that done. So I have an extra payday a month. I have extra earnings a month. Hello, this is my eldest cat. Yes. He likes to get involved. Hang on. Let's move him. He has health issues, and he will get confused and be all over the camera, and no matter how much I push him away, he will stay. And you'll probably get all sorts of weird views because he'll be facing the camera, bum in the camera. If you have cats or any pets, you know what they're like when they want to be involved in what you're doing. So yes, I've got this new payday. It's going to be changing. It will be 4 weekly all the time, but the amount will change. So they're giving me just over £400 a month, I think, or £400 every 4 weeks, should I say. But this is the disability money, and they are actually giving me an allowance to get a car. And so I've ordered a car this week. One of the many things, if you watch my last video explaining why there was no weekly check-in, it was one of the many things that kind of went, oh, everything's too much. Never ordered a car before. So when the car comes in the next 2 to 3 months, this will go down to like 240, I think. But obviously we'll allow for that, and I'll try and not spend the extra I get on this for the next 2 to 3 pays. Like to get it in my sinking funds, but we'll see how the budget works out and what happens with this one, because this is unknown. They said they wouldn't, this is universal credit, they said they wouldn't reduce my money for leaving my job because of the situation it was and how my employers were and my mental health and things like that. They said that and because of COVID, that they couldn't reduce my money that they give me, and that they would give me everything I was entitled to. But I just don't always trust it. Not until it all goes through fine. You just never know what's going to happen. And I think with the last 8 months and how my pay's been all over the place, I'd rather just not. He's back again. He's had some biscuits and he's coming back. Yes, so that's going to be the new payday. How I'm going to do my budget. I'm still going to do weekly check-ins. I just need to change the way my calendar months runs, because there's no point running it from the 19th to the 18th and confusing myself every month and thinking, oh, like this week, it's, what's the date today? The 14th of March, and I'm on February week 4 budget. Like, it just confuses me. And I was watching Simple Budgets had a payday in the middle of the month, and she runs calendars. Budget with Ira gets paid every 4 weeks, you know, and I just thought, well, why am I putting myself, it just confused my brain how I was running the calendar, and I kind of wished I hadn't changed it. But you know, you live and you learn. This is the thing with the budget. Your budget is specific to you. And anyone else change their budget loads of times? I'm always changing my folders for my sinking funds. I'm always trying different things because I find it really hard to budget for the month. And then I've always worked on a weekly budget because until I started working, well, actually, until I got universal credit, I used to get tax credits weekly. So it didn't matter what I did with my monthly pay from work. I knew I'd always get that weekly amount to buy food and things like that. So what I want to go through quickly, we shall see, we know how I waffle on, is how I'm going to do my envelopes. So as I've said, I've got this, in my last video, I've got this lovely purse. Real treat it was, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I just love sitting there stroking it. Anyone else like that? This is going to be my out and about. So this will be, I'll have my envelopes for my weekly spending. And this is what I will take out with me. I'm transferring to envelopes like this because you can get more money in them than the zip up ones. When I've been to the bank and I've tried to shove the money in the zip up ones, they just won't zip up and just, you can get a bit more money in it. Not that I have loads of money, but, and then I've also got the coin bit here. So I'm going to put a tracker in here to track the coins after the end of each day or something. So this will be my takeout one, my weekly binder to take out with me. So this is the only one that should leave the house. Then this binder, I love the colour of this. I'm so gutted the cat's clawed it. Can you see? I think I showed you on the last video. I'm sorry. I just, every time I look at it, I think, why did you do that to me? This one is going to be my monthly cash envelope. So obviously this is my weekly cash envelopes. This will be monthly and it will have a few extra ones. So I've got a cat's envelope. That will go in here because it will be a monthly spend. It will be an online spend, but I can get the budget, put the money in here and then put it back on my bank. When I order, I do a big order from Pets at Home of food, litter, everything else once a month. Yeah, so I'll have like all of my food budget for the month in here, and then I'll take out what I need for the week and put it in here. And then if I need more in the week, I'll take it out of here. And I'm going to do, like, I don't know if you watched the last video, I'm going to say this a lot, I'm so sorry, and repeat myself, I really apologise. I am a bit nifty with the laminator, nothing up to the quality of people like Budget with Ira, Simple Budgets who made this, Rainbow Budgets, all of that. I'm not up to their standard, but I can make something like this. And I got the hole punch, and yeah, I used to make a lot of resources in my previous job, so I can do stuff like this. So I'm going to make trackers, like visual trackers, like to colour in when I've taken money out, because I feel like if I write it down in the numbers, you know, if there's 40 quid in here, if I just write down that I took out 20, it doesn't really make much of a thing to me. Whereas if I was to colour in 2 10s and then I had 2 10s left to colour, it would have more of a visual impact with me. And I love colouring. And sorry, I'm being attacked by a cat from behind the camera. He just wants some love. There you go. Oh, I wish I could turn the camera around. My phone is a bit pants with videoing, so I do apologise. He's sat here on my lap now sniffing my phone. So yes, this binder will be that is coming in. I'm so sorry. He is old and fuddery and forgetful, and so yes, weekly cash envelopes, monthly cash envelopes, and I'm hoping that that will help me rather than have it in a sinking fund, because I was getting really confused because the sinking funds I don't really want to touch, but I was in it all the time to put money in my purse. So I'm hoping that will help me. I think someone else does that. If I remember, I'll write who it is in the comments, because I find it's really good to see different people's takes on things, because there's just so many different ideas on how to budget. So then I'm going to have my sinking funds. So I was using these for sinking funds and tracking it all in a notebook. Not much written in there. I had my lovely, you know, sinking funds that I'd made with the mini wallets inside. So yeah, not too bad. But I just feel like there were so many of them, and I would go in there and I just feel like I'm never going to get any money in all of these. So what I'm doing is I'm going to condense my sinking funds a lot. I do have a spending envelope every week. So if there's something that's not in the sinking funds, I can either do a savings challenge for it, or I can take it out of spending if it's only small. So we're going to say bye-bye to the big one and just have the little one. So yeah, that will be my sinking funds. And then what I'm most excited about is savings. So I am stealing Miss Budget's idea of doing saving challenges to stuff your sinking funds. So if you watched the last video, there we go, I said it again. I got, I think, some savings challenges. I'm going to have a go at making some as well. I'm not that good with a computer though. I could never create something like this or make it to that standard. So yeah, I'm going to try making some savings challenges and then sort of like just have them for, I'll have a little folder for them. So like car, if I want to save for the car, I'd have the savings challenge there, or birthdays, or have one for Christmas, a Christmas savings challenge with the Christmas envelope in my sinking funds. So that when I'm coming to think about what sinking funds needs to track, sorry, it's been a bit of a couple of weeks. When I need to stuff my sinking funds, I can look at savings trackers and think, oh yeah, let's do like two £2 and a £1 and chuck a £5 in it. And then it will give me again a visual. I'm quite a visual person, and Miss Budgets did this idea, and I can't remember what envelope she had. She had a savings fund. Sorry, I'm just going to have a quick drink. She had a savings fund for like an envelope, so birthdays, you want to save 180, you know, and then you colour it as you stuff it, and it just, I feel like it might motivate me a bit more to stay in budget, because I could go back. I've been tracking my spending since November and budgeting it, and I don't think I've been in budget once over the month. Might be in budget some weeks, but over the month, no. So I'm hoping this will motivate me, because I really want to get the spending under control. I don't want to have an unbudgeted category, but I'm thinking maybe I need to. But yes, so I'm going to have more savings and savings challenges. I will still put some money into some sinking funds, because not every sinking fund is going to have a savings challenge. This is the thing. I see so many. It's like all the envelopes. You can buy like million different types of envelopes on Etsy, and they're all so beautiful, and I wish I was a millionaire and I could just go and buy all of them and then interchange them, because I do change my mind a lot. But I could also do the same with savings challenges, you know. So I'm trying not to overdo it. Don't run before you can walk. That's what my mum always says to me. So yeah, so we're going to get rid of those, and we'll go down to these guys, and hopefully it will. I'm trying to simplify it. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to simplify it. I'm trying to find a way to give myself focus that's targeted to what I want to achieve. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything with the budget changes. So keep an eye out. There will be a 2-week end of March budget, and then so I can roll over everything to April, and then there will be a brand new budget for the 1st of April. This is the 1st of April is a Friday. That's really good for me, because I run my budget from Friday to Friday, because then if it's, you know, I've got something on at the weekend, I've got the money there rather than trying to hang on to it all week. And when I used to get tax credits weekly for, oh God, if I got universal credit last year, she's 13 then. So yeah, I've been getting tax credits on a Friday every week for about 13 years, 12, 13 years, something like that. So it's easier for me in my brain. Friday's the day you get the money. Friday or over the weekend is when you go food shopping, you know. So yeah, that's what's going to happen with the budget changes. My pay is going to be different. It's going up. That's what we like, or we hope it's going up if this does what they say it was going to do. So yeah, I hope that helps. I didn't want to just change it and then have like a 50-minute video. I mean, this one's just about 20 minutes now. So I didn't want to have a 50-minute video and be like, oh, everything's different. All our binders are different. You know, see the savings ones more because I've not even really, I think I flashed it on a video or two, but it's not really been used. And I kind of don't want it sitting there. I want it getting a bit more attention. So yeah, that is that one. So I'm sorry for the cat interruptions, the shaking of the camera, the disorganization. I thought I was prepared to do this video, but it turns out I wasn't. So right now I'm going to go over and I'm going to film the debt confession. I'm hoping that I'll be able to have time to upload all 3 videos today that I'm filming one after the other. So there was a no weekly check-in and just kind of catching up on Happy Mail. There's this video about budget changes, and then I'm going to do a small debt confession if Mr. right next to me will allow. I might have to go fuss him for 5 minutes and give him a bit of love. And then, yeah, hopefully in the next couple of days there'll be new budgets coming out. So thank you all. I hope this makes sense. If you have any tips or ideas or anything like that, then please let me know. Please do check out some of the channels that I've mentioned in this video and other videos, because they would really appreciate your support, and they're just really great, and they just have so many different tips and you just pick up so many different things. So yes, have a good day. I hope everyone's well, and take care and stay safe. Bye.